who am I speaking to?
Calvin Bracken
And
from Sustainable Soils.
yes. So Calvin, tell me about your company, your consultancy.
I'm from a farming background.
Yes.
And I just was always looking for a different way of doing things. I didn't like the chemical way. I didn't like using chemicals on sprays and urea. I didn't have a big thing for urea either when I was farming, and so what type of
farming?
Dairy farming.
Yep.
Grew up on a little dairy farm in South Auckland, and went through the system. You know, wages, share milking, to buying our own place, and when we had our own place, we got more involved with the fertility side of it, and went down this road really of looking at balancing the soil out and having a healthier system where we didn't have to drench the animals so much and didn't have to spray and use chemical and we're chasing your tail. We're rather proactive and more using preventative things. So and through that we did a few soil courses and learnt a lot, and then we went out and on our own,
right,
advising and helping. Decided, well, we need to spread the word really and help other people. So yeah, we aligned ourselves with another soil consultant and paired up with him, and we got ourselves started in the system of helping other farmers really.
And so what do your fertilisers look like that you sell?
They are all granular, the guano phosphate and our potash, which is carbonate. They're all in a granule form, so they're easy to handle. They're totally natural. Being the only process is crushing them out of the rock, and pelletized with a little bit of moisture really, and there's no additives, and there's nothing lost out of all the natural trace elements that are still within that rock is still there. So, which is a very, very big plus really. It's because it's all those trace minerals and minor elements that are still within the phosphate and within the potash that are all beneficial.
And so what would you recommend a farmer put on their paddock? Like, how do you get to that point?
Always start with a soil test, and when we're using the Brookside lab in the States to do our soil tests, because we just feel that what the information we're getting is more in depth, and so with the more in depth and looking at trace minerals as well as just not your main elements, and from that we do a recommendation and looking at your calcium, magnesium and potassium, all that in the ratio, plus your copper, zinc, boron, your trace elements. They're all important, especially with crops.
Yes.
And it flows through to animal health as well. Yep. on a stock farm. And therefore then we can, if we get the plants healthier, the soil healthier, then the plants healthier, then we can have the animals that are grazing that healthier as well, without having to intervene with drenches or copper and zinc applications and things like that. They can get it daily in their feed when they're eating out in the paddock. So it becomes a lot less work for the farmer. I noticed that myself when I was last couple of years of farming, when I was doing the system on my own farm. We never saw the vet. We went a whole year without seeing the vet, and he thought we'd left the area. He came in to do pregnancy testing and said, "Oh, I thought you must have gone somewhere," because we didn't have downer cows. We didn't have trouble, and we had. Yeah, it was a lot easier and more enjoyable to farm, because you're not forever fixing lame cows or fixing downer cows and things like that. You could go and milk the cows, put them back in their paddock. They were chewing their cud at 8 o'clock in the morning, lying down. They were content and happy, and makes the people working with them happy.
Exactly.
So yeah, it's just a better all-round system.
And so where does the fertiliser come from?
Indonesia.
Yep.
Indonesia is where most of our products come from, but some of it's local stuff.
Yep.
Various
Yep.
elements, but the base, our guano and the potash comes from Indonesia.
Yep, great. And so we've been working with you for a couple of years. Do you use EM?
Yes, we've been incorporating EM into the system. We started with the liquid EM on our fodder beets and a few other crops, just as a bit of a boost, sort of midway point through the crop. And we did a couple of trials and measured them, and found that it was getting good results.
Yep.
And there was like a 17% increase in the fodder beet crop. So that was great. So and then the EM guys came up with a solid EM brew that you could add as a dry that you could add to your fertilizer.
Yep.
So that made it easier and more versatile. So I've been adding that to all the base fertilizers especially in cropping.
Yes.
But now I'm pretty much using that in most of the fertilizer, even on pasture. Just it's getting their microbes and helping to get into that locked up fertilizer, that's locked up elements that are in the soil, and it's making them more available and activating the whole system.
Well, very complementary products, because the microbes really like the natural softer base fertilizers that you're adding to the soil, and it helps what the fertilizers doing to the soil as well, in terms of adding to structure and that type of thing.
So it's all just they're all complementary and benefiting each other, feeding off each other, and it all goes hand in hand, I think. The EM and the guano and the types of products, and the biggest benefit with our fertilizers are they're a carbonate type form, so they're non-leaching.
Yes.
So environmental point of view, they're very good.
Absolutely. Well, you're not wasting any, are you?
You're not wasting it. They're not volatile. They don't evaporate. They don't. So they don't end up in the atmosphere, and they don't end up into the waterways, because they're very, very low for heavy metals. So pretty much non-existent. Very safe. There's no withholding period with animals. You can spread it in amongst the animals in the paddock, and if they ingest it, there's no harm, because it's all natural.
Very good. Yeah. Great. Thank you.
Okay.